This next example for the GUI, we're out of full screen mode for the moment. That way we can show you the GUI elements as they update. Alright, so if we have a GUI camera in the scene, so it's only going to work if you have a GUI camera. If the GUI camera is in the scene and I place a button inside the scene, if the button is on the camera, meaning that when you move the camera, the button stays with it, that means it's locked in over in this top left corner right here. So if I was to actually drag the window in, it stays in that spot. So it works just like regular UI elements do. It's just going to stay there for us. It's still like I've said it before with the GUI elements, they're still a work in progress. So especially on GUI on a camera, you may find if you stick it on there and then you come back to play and it might be like double the size or something. Those are known bugs, and those will be ones that we just continue to work through. But the main element though is that it is on screen, it does actually adjust, so whether the user is on a phone device or whether they're on a large computer, large screen, the end result for us is to make sure that the button shows up where it is you want it to show up, no matter what the device. Alright, so that's going to be basic idea behind having it set up that way. So no matter where we actually change this, the button will wind up anchoring to the spot you want. And then the last part on this one, let's go ahead and we'll go back to our button here. So that was set for the auto anchoring. If you actually said none on here, if I just wanted to move it somewhere like here, if I started to adjust, notice my button, if you watch the button versus the screen size, it's just going to keep moving freely across. So that kind is good, but it's a little dangerous if you're trying to keep buttons on, because if someone's device was like this small, the button's now lost over here on the side. But usually if you have a button that's in free mode, typically it's intended to be closer to center where you wouldn't actually lose it. Alright, and then the last button state that we'll take a look at here is going to be the for the anchoring. If you do selected, and say for instance we'll say we choose the, let's see, actually we choose center, that'd be a good one. So we'll say it's going to be center here, and we'll move it over to the left side. That means it's centered, so if I was to move it, actually that one may have a bug in it. Yeah, it looks like it actually went off screen for it. So at least as of this build, I want to actually use the auto and on the center part. And we'll just keep on working through it until we get them all nice and polished. Alright.